Hey everyone, lots of people miss The Sims 3, and I've compiled a list of 10 things that I really miss from The Sims 3 that if they were included in The Sims 4 would be game changing. These are in no particular order at all. So number one that I really miss is the open world concept. This is the fact that you could just follow your sim all the way until they enter the building for work or restaurants or any other community center. I was much more likely to go and travel in The Sims 3 than I am in The Sims 4. The Sims 4 load time is just tedious and redundant, and I just don't enjoy waiting around for another community place to load in order to travel to. I really wish the open world concept will either come to The Sims 4 or at least be included in The Sims 5. The next thing that I really miss is the daycare career. This is where you have the opportunity to watch toddlers and children from your own home. This was a really great opportunity if you had your own toddlers that you needed to watch at home and you didn't really want to leave the premises and pay for a babysitter. This career had you interacting with multiple toddlers. You could have up to four, which was crazy, chaotic, and so much fun. And your job was to basically have them all taken care of before their parents arrived and picked them up from school or picked them up from daycare. This is one of those things where if the scenarios in The Sims 4 had, I would be so in love with that scenario. The next thing that I really miss in Sims 3 is the things that the children had to play with. Things like playgrounds and tree houses and sandboxes and these like little bouncy riders that they could have outside. There were so many options for kids and toddlers to use and kids stoves to help teach them cooking and strollers. There was lots of different things that they could play with. Another thing that I really miss is how you could do split levels and not do a full height of a wall for the next thing. What I mean by that is you could build garages flat to the ground for the cars to enter, and then you could put a little foundation next to it and build the rest of the house up into a regular foundation. You can't do that in The Sims 4, and that can be kind of frustrating, but I'm guessing they didn't include it because there are no cars in The Sims 4. Which brings me to my next thing that I really miss cars. Sims 4 is just not the same without the accessibility to pretend to travel to different places. If we can't have an open world concept, why can't we at least have a realistic bus show up to pick up the kids or a car to pick you up for work? Another thing that I really miss from The Sims 3, and yes, it's a very common one, the color wheel. This made it so that every single item in the build by category could be specifically changed to how you wanted the color to work for your room. This meant all curtains could be used for any room, you just had to find the right size. The color wheel was a game changer, and so The Sims 4 with swatches almost seems like the EA is trying to get money to make you buy more items so that there would be more swatches included. Another thing I miss in The Sims 3 that is not in The Sims 4 is how many beautiful wall artwork pieces there are. There were so many different images and pictures to put up on the wall that I feel like we're missing a lot in The Sims 4. The Sims 4 seems to focus more on Victorian art pieces for the wall, and I wish that they had a couple more modern features for the wall art. Another thing I really miss is the sculpting and tattoo ambition. This was part of the ambitions pack where you could do tattoos on Sims, and it was actually a career, as well as like sculpting using clay pottering wheel to create furniture. This was in addition to the woodworking feature that you could have as well. Another thing I miss, and this one's huge, especially with The Sims 4 releasing the scenarios, is the lifetime rewards. This is where you could go and buy different things to reward your sim for completing their wishes throughout the game. There were things on there such as being really good at your job and having a lot of more focus on like specific job orientated moments. You could also get a whole bunch of cash through there without like cheating. And there were so many other things, more than just like the 20ish or so items that we have in The Sims 4. Imagine completing a scenario and having all of those options from The Sims 3 to purchase. That would be a really neat thing to have back. Another thing I really miss, and this is my last one for the top 10 things I miss, is that the university used to be so interactive with your Sims, and it used to have a longer term. You could click to have 2 semesters, which meant that you would have 2 full weeks and a weekend at the university in order to play. Yes, The Sims 4 has made some updates that do make a big difference that I do love, and I will mention that in another video of 10 things I don't miss from The Sims 3. But the fact that there was so much interaction and really made you work for your degree was a lot of fun, especially when you got to go inside of the classroom and kind of pretend to either sleep or work hard with your other fellow classmates. I really miss the long terms as well. They had a lot more ways to connect with people then, and it actually felt like you were part of the university community. Well, thanks so much for watching. These are the top 10 things that I miss from The Sims 3 that I really wish came to The Sims 4 soon. But I guess we might have to hold out hope that The Sims 5 comes back with a lot of these items. Let me know how many items that you agreed with. Did you have any of them that were on my list, or do you have some other ones that I might have missed that could have been really neat? Thanks for watching. I'm Simi Sarah.